Hey folks, Dr. Mike Israetel here for Renaissance Periodization, Hypertrophy Made Simple, video number 10. When and how should you be deloading to drop fatigue to make sure your training continues to be awesome and safe? If you want way more detail than we're going to give in this super quick video, check out our Hypertrophy Central guide on our website. And check out all the other YouTube videos that we have on this channel, which go way into more depth on this topic. But here we go, a really quick approach. There's really two kinds of deloading we can do, something called a recovery session and then a formal week-long deload. So what are recovery sessions? From the last video, from the number 9 video of Hypertrophy Made Simple for progression, you'll note that every week you add some weight and or reps and some sets, and that gets harder and harder and harder until your fatigue is super crazy and you won't be able to beat your prior performance, which is the whole point of progression. When that happens, you want to finish that session strong and just do your best. Yes, it won't be as good as you could have done if you recovered, but you want to finish that session out. As long as you're not hurt, grind it, finish up. The next session, which you want to do, is do 1/2 of the planned sets. Let's say you were planning 6 sets. You just do 3 sets. Half the planned reps, let's say you're planning sets of 10, you're going to be doing sets of 5, and the weight is going to be cut in half as well. Let's say you were going to do 200 pounds, now it's 100 pounds. You'll notice that having everything makes the workout unbelievably easy. That's awesome. That's what we want. It promotes a ton of recovery so that you're ready to go, and that muscle has sort of eased up all of its damage and is ready to progress again. How does that work? Well, the next week when you resume your normal sessions, what you want to do is just keep the same weight progression that you have been, same rep targets and everything, same reps in reserve as everything, so continue to march towards failure, but you want to restart at around 2/3 of your planned sets. If you had done up to 6 sets that week before you had to take the recovery week, then when you restart, don't go to 6 or 7, go to 4, 2/3 of the way up, and then climb everything just as if it's never happened. Keep going up and up and up. Add weight, reps, and sets from there as you normally would. Now, here's the deal. Those recovery sessions, that's called autoregulatory deloading or reactive deloading, that is a really good strategy, but it doesn't work forever. At some point, after about 4 to 8 weeks of training for most people, multiple muscles will have gone through this recovery process at least once, which is good. That means you pushed everything really hard. At this point, your mind and your whole body is going to start to feel really beat up. The quality of all of your sessions is going to start to deteriorate. Your per session volumes, because you've been climbing in number of sets this whole time, will be crazy high. And at this point, because you're climbing closer and closer to failure, almost every set will be to failure. That's unsustainable. It's insane. And you're going to begin to underperform in multiple muscles at the same time. Someone's going to be like, hey, how are your leg workouts going? You'll be like, my leg workouts, back workouts, chest workouts, shoulder workouts, my everything workouts suck. I'm weaker. You don't want to train in a consistently weakened state because that's the opposite of making progress. So at this point, for one whole week, you want to do the first half of the week, just the first half, one whole week of deload. The first half, you're going to take and do half the planned sets. So if you're doing 10 sets, you do 5, okay? Half the planned reps. If you're doing sets of 10, you do sets of 5. But 100% of the last week's weight. So if you're lifting 300 pounds, it's still 300 pounds. Pretty tough workouts, but way less reps, way fewer sets, starting to recover. The last half of that week, though, last half of the week, let's say Wednesday through Sunday, what you want to do is half the sets, half the reps, and half the weight. It's like the recovery session we just talked about, except all the sessions that week are recovery, so it's super duper easy. After that entire deload week, first half harder, second half really much easier, you're going to go and follow the instructions from video number 9 on progression and restart the progression all over again. That's it.